Yeah, what up YouTube? It is your boy D-Nolly, aka The Squad, back at y'all with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. Now this one, as per usual, man, we have another request from one of our loyal subscribers, man. You guys are really what makes this channel go around. And that subscriber is Dale Jackson, and he wants to see a Haggard Garage Focus build. Now, for those of you guys who have not seen the Haggard Garage Focus build, I strongly suggest you head over to their channel and check it out. Now, it is a car built in true Haggard fashion, man. Now, they've been doing some real big things lately as far as the drift team goes and all of the cars and stuff that they've been turboing. I mean, just some insane stuff. Now, it's nice to see them go back to their roots and completely Haggard up this Ford Focus, and that's what we're going to try to replicate today. Now, the Focus in question, I'm not 100% sure what year it is, but is the same body style as this 2003 Ford Focus RS, so I'm thinking this is going to be the vehicle in question that we end up souping up. Now, it is a all-white Ford Focus, so that's what we are going to do, is do it completely white. Now, this thing, when I say they Haggard this thing up, I mean they absolutely Haggard it up, man. Welded the struts, took out the springs completely, you know, welded the struts in some insane camber up at the front, hacked up the front and back fenders in order to fit super wide wheels, which in fact the front wheels I believe were daisies off of a Miata, and the rear wheels were actually Steelies that they just flipped inside out. Absolutely insane. Wouldn't recommend driving that thing on the road for the, you know, to save your life, but hey man, to have fun in a parking lot, I'm definitely all for it. So what we're going to do in this one is pretty well leave the powertrain the way that it is, but we are going to also leave it, I shouldn't say but, I'm going to say we are going to leave it also front wheel drive, just to stay in true Focus fashion. Now, as far as the aero goes, I'd like to see something a little less aggressive than that, but since we can't, I'm thinking we're just going to go ahead and pretty much leave it stock. Now, I want to say that their Focus was wingless. I mean, it was pretty much a base model, like nothing really too fancy. This RS with the motor inside here, probably a little too much for this build. We're going to leave the hood and everything. You know, pretty much all that we need to do is absolutely slam this thing, put a nice set of tires on it, and call it a day. Now, as far as fattening up the tires go, I'm just going to leave them the way that it is. Don't really plan on driving this one too much, but you never know, man. It could turn out to be a good build. Now, like I said, they had the Steelies on the back flipped inside out, and they had the Miata daisies up front, so we are going to try to find something kind of a happy medium with a nice lip on it. Now, they did have them painted a really nice teal color, but we're going to take care of that a little later on in the video when we head into the paint booth. So basically what we're looking for here is a wheel with a nice fat lip on it, and I want to say, I mean, since it's a Steely, it should have some sort of a full face, but since chances are that we probably won't be able to find that, I'm just looking for something with a nice dish that's going to make this thing look as stanced as possible. Now, really, that was the look that they were going for, was absolute stance, so that is kind of what we're trying to replicate here as far as deep dishes go. So we're just going to try to find something with a fat lip. Now, these would be ideal, but I'm not really a big fan of those lines in the middle. These actually don't even look that bad. Really big dish on these. Those might be our wheels. And those are looking kind of like the Miata daisies. I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn between these wheels or these wheels. Now, these ones make more sense since, I mean, they don't look like ridiculous offset. Like, these ones are just insane, but at the same time, that is kind of the look that I'm going for. Man, what do you guys think down in the comments, man? Option 1 or option 2? I gotta say that lip is just ridiculous. I'm going with option 1. And as far as the wheel size go, I think we're pretty good, but I'm just going to big them up just because I want this thing to look absolutely ridiculous. So I'm thinking 19s are going to make this thing look the part. Now, really, all we need is just for it to look good. Everything else is just a bonus. So here we go. We're going to drop a clutch kit in here. Also the differential, because the one thing that they were doing with this car is just some insane burnouts. So we also want to be able to do insane burnouts. I'm going to throw a nice set of brakes on here. Did we throw the best set of brakes on here? No, we did not. Race brakes is what we're going to go with. Now, here comes the fun, is slamming it down to the ground. So, we're going to put it on the race springs and dampers. Obviously, going to have to make some adjustments here. Now, this thing was absolutely gutted. Not a single piece of interior in it, aside from the seats, which I'm pretty sure had mold spores on them, but that's from leaving it out in the elements for 4 months with the windows down. You know, that's gonna happen to a car. Now look at this beauty, comes stock with a turbo. So, hey man, I know that the Haggard Garage Focus didn't come with a turbo, but we're putting one on our car, and I'm thinking we're gonna probably intercool it and oil cool it just to make it up to the top of A-Class, just to have a little bit of fun with it in case we choose to take it online. You know, we won't be getting beat left, right, and center. So now that this thing is looking pretty dope as far as everything we can do in the upgrade shop, what is going to be next up is to take it into the tuning section. Obviously, we have a little bit of work as far as the alignment goes. Now, they weren't running, like, you couldn't really tell there was crazy amounts of camber, but I think with this particular build, to make it look the part, we are going to go ahead and add quite a bit of camber on there, and obviously we are going to have to slam this thing to the ground. Now this car, actually, you know what, aside from slamming it to the ground, we also have to stiffen up those springs, because this car, like, they drove it out of the garage and the back wheels just bounced, like there was absolutely no spring. It was, I can't imagine how their backs were feeling after that, but oh my goodness, it looked like it was painful. So we're going to apply this current setup real quick. Next up, what we need to do is take care of the paint scheme. Now really, this car didn't have anything done to it, just a plain white paint job, but they did have the teal / baby bluish looking wheels on there. So that is what we are going to try to replicate right now, and that's looking actually pretty close. I don't want to put too much, get too dark with it, but that is actually looking perfect right there. So we're going to go ahead and paint that up. Windows we are going to leave. Everything is going to just stay the way that it is, except for those beautiful teal wheels. And I'm thinking this is probably going to be a wrap for this one. So if you guys have enjoyed this build so far and you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely do so. We are doing daily uploads. We are also taking requests, so if you have a request, drop it down in the comments section. We take 1 request per upload, and then we got to move it on, just because you guys are keeping me busy, man. You guys, I can't lie, man. You guys are making me work for this YouTube channel, and I appreciate that. So as you can see, this thing is looking stanced out. We got that beautiful wheel on there. Nice little turbo blow-off sound, which, you know, the Haggard guys did not have, but that's just a little added bonus with us starting with this little RS here. Now, for those of you guys who know about the new RS and did not know about the classic old-school RS, this is what started it all for the Focuses, man. Now, this thing, you know, not the most powerful thing out of the box, but just an absolute beast when it comes to, you know, competing with a lot of the older, I want to say, you know, more powerful imports like the Lancers, the Subarus, I mean, the you know, the GTRs and stuff like that. Now, if you were a Ford guy and you wanted a little hot hatch, man, this was the car to have. There's no question about that. And just sounds solid. Really reminds me of a little Volkswagen. I mean, something about the sound kind of reminds me of, like, not really a VR6, maybe a 1.8T. Now, I'm not sure what motor is in this. Something in my head wants me to say a 2.4, but it could be a 2 liter. Don't get me wrong. Now, this one, right-hand drive. For those Euro freaks out there, you guys are subscribed from over the water, across the pond there, as they say. I'm in Canada, man, so if you guys are subscribed from another country, let me know down in the comment section. I always love to hear where you guys are from and where you guys are tuning in from. Man, this thing is actually very impressive, like just the way it is. Not too much power. The wheels don't get too crazy. Let's get a burnout going here. We did say we needed to do some burnouts. Beauties, man. What a beast. She actually runs very nice, I'm not gonna lie. Woo! I'm quite impressed with this car. I mean, it really does look like the Haggard Focus, which is always a bonus when we're doing these replica builds. Now, we've done the Ricer Miata, we have done the E36 on salad shooters. We even did the little Miata that could way back in the day when we were playing Horizon 2 on Xbox 360. So glad to see you guys still making some solid requests out here that, you know, definitely look good when we build them, man. So with that being said, thinking I've pretty much covered all the bases. We've built the car, we've tuned it, we've taken it for a drive, we've talked some shit. So I'm thinking this one is probably gonna be a wrap. So as always, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to, oh, we got that bonus. Don't forget to smash that like button if you guys want to see more. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And with that being said, I'm thinking we are going to put an end to this video. So as always, I am your boy D-Nolly, aka Don Squally. I just want to say thank you guys for watching, all of your support. We're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh no. Oh, for fuck's sake, every fucking time. Showdown, bitch. Oh no! Oh! Should have had a V8, yeah? Recovery of a lifetime. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh! Fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the race or anything.